What up, everybody? My name is Alana Trepler in the studio today with Will Couture with St. Louis Dog Fence. Will has some really exciting stuff that's happening with St. Louis Dog Fence. It's been happening, but it's ever more present and needed these days, right?
Right.
Okay, so let's get right into it and
Sure.
tell me what we're doing.
Yeah, well, basically, we've gone over before how we can, find where you live. We can actually see your house. We can plot things out remotely. And along the lines of the remote, we can also do teletrain. Teletraining is training your dog without me being there or being face-to-face. And basically, it's the safest considering the circumstances in the world right now, keeping our social distance.
Right.
But yet, we need to get things done. Life needs to keep going. So I've done this before. Teletraining is basically when you go out there on a second or third training with your dog. You would have me on Messenger, Facebook Messenger, or on FaceTime. As long as I can see the reactions of the dog, I can coach and advise you what to do to reinforce or to correct the dog's behavior.
Awesome. So you're training me on how to train my dog on
Yes.
the telephone.
Absolutely.
Teletraining.
Right. I'm showing you, or I'm seeing and bringing to your attention the things that you need to notice while you're training your dog. The reactions that the dog is giving. If a dog looks at you and he turns his head, he doesn't want anything to do with it. It doesn't mean he's distracted.
Right.
So I can see these things, I can advise, I can coach, and that's all towards a successful training.
Fantastic. And these are things that you would be helping the pet owner with anyway, but now,
Right.
since with all this social distancing stuff, you can do it over the phone and help them out that way.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Now, recently we talked about how you can set up an installation, get the whole process started, and get everything going in a 15-minute phone call. Tell me, how does that work?
Yeah, well, initially you're going to call in, you're going to give me your address, it's going to show me your home. Basically, it'll pull up the most recent Google image, Google Earth image. We can see your home, we can decide, okay, how many linear feet does this property have, translating into acreage, and then we can do a tentative layout.
Okay.
Depending on what your goals are for the property, we can adjust that layout, but for all basic intents and purposes, that would tell us and you where we're going to put it and have a guideline for the technicians.
Awesome. Okay, and then so here's another example.
Right, this house, it's pretty much basically along the property lines. You are up close to the sidewalk, and you're also including every feature in your property. Now, if you wanted to give a buffer zone to where the dog wasn't right up to the street, you can pull it back. Could show you that in the image, in the graph drawing. And then we can also restrict the dog from going to any features, retaining walls, areas that you just don't want them in.
All right, so you guys have been at this since 2002.
Yes.
And so you are able to provide us with our friends and neighbors
Right.
who have an existing St. Louis dog fence, correct?
Right. So, for example, here's Lake St. Louis. We do keep track on all of our customers. Say you move into Lake St. Louis, I take your address and it's an existing customer. I can actually tell you the history of that fence.
Nice. So when it was installed.
Right.
all of
Servicing
those
that's
things.
been done to it.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So if the line needed to be replaced, because
Yep.
you guys do that.
Or repaired, or
repaired,
yeah,
okay.
exactly.
All right. So here is where is this? Oh, Chesterfield.
Yep.
Nice. Look
Yeah.
at all those properties. Wow.
Right.
Okay. Here's some in Town and Country. That's pretty good. Awesome. And then you guys go out to, what is this? Arnold. You
Yep,
guys
we
out
go
to
all the way
Arnold.
down to Arnold, and we're not going to refuse anybody. We will take each inquiry as it comes, and we can decide what we can do to help you. But just because of your proximity and your distance, we do try to do all of the Metro St. Louis and beyond if we can.
Awesome. Okay, so real quick rundown.
Right.
We've got teletraining where you can help the pet owner train their dog over the phone
Right.
and successfully.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, you can do a 15-minute phone call and schedule the installation And what else?
Well, in the 15-minute phone call, I would take your information, we'd do some potential layouts, I'd discuss with you the packages, and I'd advise what would be the most appropriate for you.
Okay.
And depending on what that is, answer your questions, and then we could move towards actually setting an install date at that point in time.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
And then they can come do the installation, start
Right.
the training with your pet. And
Right.
I mean, I could stay in the house while you're doing all this, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. There needs to be no contact, no interaction. We could even text you an approval for the invoice and pay for it on your phone
Nice.
without having to handle our phone.
Yeah.
Who knew that that our developments would take us to this point in time to where we have the opportunity to be able to offer somebody a peace of mind that they don't have to go out of their comfort zone, but we can still accomplish an installation and train their dog and have everybody be happy, healthy, and safe.
Awesome. That's fantastic, Will. I am really excited about this.
Thank you.
This is so great. It's going to make your job easier. It's more convenient for the homeowner and the pet owner, and you're good to go.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Okay, so once again, St. Louis Dog Fence, safety, security, freedom for your furry
Freedom for
friends.
your dog, absolutely.
Right on. Okay, well, here is the contact information. So you guys hit up Will, give him a call, schedule that appointment, take that 15 minutes to set your furry friend free.